Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Maidu Cricket Park here in Roseville, California, for the Summer 2023 League Final of the United California Cricket League, also known as the UCCL. The two finalists here today, the Lodi Cricket Club and the Central Valley United Cricket Association, are going hard at it at the moment. Lodi Cricket Club won the toss, elected to bat first, and they're cruising at 89 for 2 at the end of at 11 overs. So they seem to be at a pretty good position for where they may need to be. At the moment, Lodi Cricket Club won the toss, elected to bat first, and they're cruising at 89. Well, for those of you just joining in, my name is Pasindu. I apologize about the delay here at the start. Had a few technical difficulties setting up. The weather is looking pretty decent now, though. However, at the start, at about 10 o'clock, we did have a few overcast. We had overcast conditions here with a few clouds hovering over the field here, but the sun seems to be peeking through, and the clouds hopefully will clear up, so we can have a good game of cricket here, the final of the UCCL Summer 2023 League. Well, that seems to be the end of Sohail Mohammed. He was looking pretty dangerous on 11 runs off 14 balls, just having struck a couple of boundaries. That was Vicky Rana with the breakthrough for the Central Valley United Cricket Association. And a comfortable catch by Gurbash to seal the deal and get rid of Sohail Mohammed. And that forced the new batsman to get to the crease. Ali Raza is stepping up with 788 runs to his name in 48 matches at an average of 19. He could be a solid batsman at times, having a high score of 82 runs. The Lodi Cricket Club would want him to stick around a little bit and solidify this innings so that they can see through a good score at the end of the 30 overs. That struck him in front, and the umpire doesn't want anything to do with that. So Gurbash here looking a little dangerous now. Almost had Ali there in a bit of a bind. Gurbash once again with the good tight delivery. This time just patted down to mid-on for a quick single. And that brings to a close the 13th over of the Lodi Cricket Club's innings. At the end of 13, Lodi Cricket Club is 95 for the loss of 3 wickets. For those of you just joining us, here's a list of here's a display of the batting scorecard so far. Tosif Ahmed opened up the batting. He looked pretty good with a couple of boundaries and a 6, striking at a rate of 78.12. Um, but Gurbash was able to get rid of him up early up. So he only lasted 32 deliveries. And then Usman Ghani, he looked real dangerous, striking at 190.91. 5 fours and 3 sixes to his 42 there. Before he fell to a delivery of Dilpreet. Then you guys just witnessed the fall of Sohail Mohammed. So on strike now is Akhtar Zaman on 5 runs and Ali Raza not out on 1. Uh, so the Central Valley Cricket, the United Cricket Association, kind of looking like they're bringing it back under control. Ramandeep now into the attack. Here's Ramandeep again, banging it down the leg stump. So batsman easily cross over for a single. With the introduction of the spinners, Lodi seem to have slowed down a little bit, but if they can keep up that run rate, which is currently at 7.4, they'll be looking at a massive total of about 222 at the end of that 30 overs. Here's Ramandeep again. This one's cut down to point the crossover for 2, and they'll get there easy. There's good running between the wickets for Lodi Cricket Club. Here's Ramandeep again. This time it's driven down past mid on. They'll only get a single for it as long on cuts it off. That's a big heave over deep mid wicket, and that's yet another boundary for the Lodi Cricket Club. Went all the way over for 6 runs. Akhtar Zaman. So he doesn't have plans of slowing down for Lodi. Crossover once again for a single. So Lodi Cricket Club looking pretty good. At the end of the 14th over by Ramandeep, which looked rather expensive at 12 runs there, Ramandeep. But the end of the 14th over, Lodi Cricket Club are 108 for 3. Is once again the Lodi Cricket Club on the field today. They've won the toss and elected to bat first. Gurbash back into the attack for his 3rd over. This is good running between the wickets for Lodi. They're at a healthy run rate so far, but they're not holding back. They're taking those risky quick singles, which could pay off for them in the back end. Going into the second half of their innings now. Stepping up to it, is able to check that down to mid on, pass mid on for a single. So they're doing a good job rotating the strike here, Akhtar Zaman. If they can keep this up at this run rate, they're looking at scoring big. Lodi Cricket Club posting a good total for Central Valley. There was quite a bit of dew this morning on the ground, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting uh, the speed of play here, given the big heaves that the Lodi batters have been able to put over the boundary. So at the end of the 15th over, we've paused for a quick drinks break. Lodi sitting comfortably at 115 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in their first 15 overs at a healthy run rate of 7.7. So they're looking at scoring big with plenty of wickets in hand. There you have on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, the scorecard for Lodi Cricket Club so far at the end of their 15 overs. Tosif Ahmed and Usman Ghani, they started out well for Lodi, scoring hard and fast, not letting the conditions take better of them. The overhead conditions didn't look favorable for batters. However, we do have the sun peeking through a little bit now, so it's neutralized a little. Usman Ghani striking at 191 to get 42 runs in his 22 balls that he faced. He had a brisk innings, but he was able to score enough runs to put a healthy total up for Lodi Cricket Club on the board. So Usman Ghani got his 42 runs in a brisk 22 balls, scoring 5 fours and 3 sixes at 191 strike rate. Very aggressive innings by Usman Ghani. And then Tosif Ahmed contributing as well on his end with a couple of boundaries and a 6, getting 25 runs in 32 balls. Then at the drop of the first wicket, Sohail Mohammed was able to hang in there and support the batsman on the other end before falling for 11 himself. And then Lodi seemed to have potentially neutralized the risk for now, stabilized the innings a little bit with Akhtar Zaman and Ali Raza sitting at 19 and 6 respectively, with Lodi at 115 for 3. And there you have on your screen the bowling stats for the game so far. Bunty Rana and Gupyar Singh opened up for Central Valley. They both had two overs between each of them, but were quite expensive, especially Bunty, conceding 25 runs in his 2 overs before being called off. 6 wides in them for Bunty Rana. Um, and then Dilpreet, Biki, and Gurbash were able to share the 3 wickets among them. So here we are, ladies and gents, back on, about to get the 16th over underway. So Ramandeep will start us off for the next session of play here. Ramandeep Kanda with his right arm off break. And after Zaman facing up to him. Good delivery to start, this time driven down to the straight boundary there. They cross over just for a single. So both Akhtar and Ali, batters for Lodi here, are doing a pretty good job taking calculated risks. They're not overdoing the running, but they've been doing pretty well running between the wickets. However, they haven't really gone overboard to risk a run out. That's the last thing that their team will want, Lodi. This time, hit up in the air, the keeper settling under it, and he's put it down. He's let that slip right through the gloves. The wicketkeeper with the mitts on. Central Valley are not going to be very happy about this. Not with the wicketkeeper putting catches like that down. That was hit straight up in the air by Akhtar Zaman, but fell safely. The keeper wasn't really able to settle down underneath it, and he couldn't take that catch, which should have been a comfortable catch in the end. The batsman convening a little bit about the risks they've been taking, but none of the fielders on the field right now for Central Valley seem happy about what just went down behind the stumps. This time he connects much better. Akhtar Zaman hitting that all the way over for 6 over the mid-wicket boundary. Ramandeep bowling in the same area. Akhtar Zaman able to get better hold of it this time rather than the top edge he got the previous ball. Beg your pardon, it was Ali Raza this time with the 6. Akhtar Zaman was handed a lifeline by the wicketkeeper of Central Valley, and he took that lifeline with both hands and thumped that ball over the mid-wicket boundary. Now Gurbash back into the attack for Ali. Central Valley will want Gurbash to get back into the rhythm of where he was before the break. Get a breakthrough for them. This time, however, driven down to the gully region. They'll cross over for a single. Ali Raza doing a good job playing a supporting role for Akhtar. And Akhtar has really taken a hold of these the reins here. Try and hit the ball over the boundary a couple of times. Striking at 150. Much tighter this time by Gurbash, who has been the pick of the bowlers for Central Valley. The slog sweep seems to be a preferred choice for Akhtar Zaman. This time going at it again, keeping it down on the ground, however. And it'll get cleaned up on the mid-wicket boundary now that they have a man out there. But that sweep shot and the slog sweep has really brought Akhtar Zaman into the scorecard here. Ali Raza stepping down the wicket here, hit him on the pads. The umpire will have none of that. Potentially climbing up too high that ball with the batter stepping down in front of down the crease. That'll bring us to the end of the 17th over. And the Lodi Cricket Club are now 127 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. With Akhtar Zaman and Ali Raza cruising here to a good partnership. Looks like we're getting a bowling change here. Yeah, that was the end of Akhtar Zaman there. Having scored 29 runs in 22 balls. He was caught by HP. It was a good catch coming in from third man. Bowled by Ranveer Judge. And so after that wicket, Lodi is now 127 for 4 wickets this time. Heading into the business end of their innings. That one sneaking right past the bat once again. Ranveer looking a little dangerous to the Lodi batsman here. Zishan Khan, the new man in. This time able to cross over for a quick single, get off the mark, Zishan. He'll have to rely on Ali Raza to do a bit of scoring now. He's the set batsman having faced 13 balls. And he's got that right past the covers into the into the gap there through the covers to get across for a single. Been a good over this one for Ranveer, able to recover, especially with the breakthrough this time. Zishan slogging that over mid wicket this time for 6 runs. He didn't seem to need too much time to settle in. Zishan with that 6 runs takes it up to 135, the score for Lodi. Took everyone by surprise with that one. A slog sweep once again. And that one sneaking right past the bottom edge. Through to the keeper. And so that brings the close of the 18th over for Lodi, and a very important one for Central Valley, having picked up the dangerous Akhtar Zaman. So Ranveer ending that over with just 8 runs off it. Lodi 135 for 4. For Gurbash with a good comeback for Central Valley, ending that over. And in the 19th over, conceding just 2 runs. So very, very good tight over by Gurbash there for Central Valley. Really tightened things up on that end, creating a bit of pressure for Lodi. Dilpreet now back into the attack for Central Valley. And this time, this one slogged down past the square leg boundary, and this gonna run away for 4. Zishan living dangerously, but it's paying off for him. If you're around this area, this is gonna look like it's getting to be a good game. The UCCL Summer 2023 final at the Maidu Park. This one, Zishan slogging just enough to get over that short mid-wicket fielder, and yet another boundary for Zishan. His risks definitely paying dividends for him. Back-to-back boundaries here, putting Dilpreet to the axe. Good delivery there by Dilpreet to tighten things up a little bit. Definitely needed that with the momentum that Zishan created for himself. This time, once again, driven that past the cover. A bit of a misfield down at the extra cover boundary. However, they could have done a bit better running between the wickets there. Could have gotten too easily with that misfield. Just settled for the one run. And Ali Raza there will see off that last delivery. So good over for Lodi once again. The end of the 20th over. Oh, and a no ball called by the umpire. This will be a free hit for Lodi. So he'll have to bowl that last ball again, Dilpreet. And the free hit taken with both hands. This time Ali Raza going all the way over the long on boundary for a big hit. A big six. Ali Raza taking maximum use of that free hit. So what seemed to be a decent over for Dilpreet was spoilt. And Lodi making the maximum of the 20th over, scoring 16 runs. They end the 20th over at 153 for 4. This is a good display of batting between Zishan and Ali. Seem to be also settling in for a good partnership here. If you're not here yet at the Maidu Park in Roseville, definitely recommend coming over. They've got a barbecue running. And the weather's looking a little overcast, but hopefully should make for a good game of cricket. Batting's the conditions are looking a little tough for batting now, but Lodi are definitely not letting it show with the way they are operating. Gurbash once again looking to tighten things up. He's into the last couple of his overs. So Lodi would just want to see out Gurbash the way he's bowling. Should be smooth sailing once Gurbash gets bowled out. It's Gurbash once again trotting up and delivering this time. Slog swept, but held back just enough so they can hit it short of the fielder patrolling the boundary there. Crossover for a single. Ali Raza or Zishan that was. Ali Raza definitely seems to look like the more composed batsman here between the two of these batters in the middle. This time is driven down past the mid-off fielder. Couldn't really get a hand on it despite the diving effort. The crossover for a single. Ali Raza definitely letting Zishan assume the risks, being the bigger hitter. But Gurba, 3 runs that one. And at the end of 21, Lodi is 156 for 4. There's your scorecard so far, striking at a run rate of 7.43. Lodi is looking pretty comfortable at the end of the 21 overs. Central Valley has definitely been expensive, having given away 14 extras. But Lodi has been able to maintain a couple of healthy partnerships, getting up to this point to beef up their score. Already looking pretty good at 156 in itself, which is a good score given the conditions. This time, feeling for a stump in, and the umpire's given it this time. The wicketkeeper making up for the catch he missed earlier. The batsman definitely seems to be unconvinced about that decision. The umpire holding firm and giving him out. Yeah, batsman wants to have a quick chat with his partner. No, he's decided he's coming off now. Definitely not happy with that decision, the batsman. But Ali Raza, who was looking pretty safe for Lodi, unfortunately has to come off out stumped by the wicketkeeper Raju. And he hung in there, faced 24 balls for his 17 runs. Ali Raza. And the Lodi Cricket Club wouldn't be too happy about that wicket, since Ali Raza was really holding up one end of the innings there to support the striking batsman on the other. He's had to come off now though. So that's the fall of the 5th wicket for Lodi. They aren't looking too bad runs wise, having scored 156 already with 9 more overs to go. Ranveer Judge back into the attack. And he'll be bowling to the new batsman in Mohammad Arif. Mohammad Arif could also be a danger man, having struck a century. Lodi are into the middle order, deep into it now. The run rate has dropped a little bit, but I don't think they'll be too worried about it the way they're going and the strength of the batting that they have to come. Here's Zishan now facing Ranveer. This time a slog sweep. He's edged it. Hadn't really made good contact, but the short fine leg fielder misfields it, so that runs down to the boundary. They'll be able to cut it off though. However, they were able to rotate for a couple of runs. Trotting up once again, Ranveer. This time a much tighter delivery to Zishan. That's where they would like to be bowling to him. They've set up a field to keep him on the offside, since they know how deadly Zishan could be going over the leg side. Ranveer is doing a pretty good job at it. This time, once again, Zishan swiping that past square leg. They'll get back for a couple of runs. Playing smart cricket here, Zishan. Averting the field that's been set up to tighten him up. He's not letting that take control. He's keeping the scoreboard rotating and ticking. Now then, will we see a bowling change here by Central Valley, with Gurbash having completed his 6 overs, going in for a bit more of pace now. Vicky Rana now coming back in. Another wicket taker for Central Valley. Running in hard, Vicky Rana. This time another swing and a miss for Arif. Rana once again pitching it up a little this time. The batsmen are able to cross over, hitting that past the cover region for a single. So here's Zishan now back to the attack. He might enjoy a bit of the space on the ball, being the hard hitter that he is. Raju behind the stumps is not looking too comfortable. They're dropping a couple of the takes that Vicky's been sending his way. He'd want to settle in. Zishan swinging at that. He tried to pull that across, couldn't really make a connection. The ball coming up at him, not really being able to get control and time that well. Zishan still able to cross over for a single with no one really patrolling that short mid-wicket area. This one's edge, it's in the air, takes a bounce before the fielder at point doesn't really carry. But Mohammad Arif making his intentions clear with that swing. And that brings to the end of the 23rd over. And a very good one with Vicky Rana coming back into the attack. Just 2 runs off of it. Lodi are 163 for 5.
I didn't complete, you answered.
Ranveer Judge to continue from the other end, and this time he's been hit down to the boundary. Zishan this time cutting that pass point. With the pressure mountain on the other end, Zishan this time taking matters into his own hands, not letting Ranveer take the best of him. Ranveer once again. And this time Zishan slugs that over mid square leg. All the way over the boundary for another 6. Zishan making his intentions very clear now, moving in towards the latter part of their innings. Takes Lodi to 173 now. Back-to-back boundaries for Zishan. Here as Ranveer tries to tighten things up. This one, once again, Raju being a little clumsy behind the stumps. This one goes down to the boundary behind him. Not really had the legs, that one, to get all the way. So they'll just cross over for a single. But Zishan making the best of the last couple of deliveries, going on the offense. Good flighted delivery by Ranveer this time, dropping that just short, so Arif couldn't really get a good hold of it. They'll cross over for a single, though, hitting it down to mid off. Flighted once again by Ranveer. This time Zishan going again, attacking straight on and getting it through to the boundary once again. So good over for Lodi this one. Lodi Cricket Club looking good on the offense here, with Zishan stepping up now. Slogged once again, this time unable to make contact, Zishan, as the rain seems to be fast approaching here. The sunlight is fading. Hopefully we don't doesn't come in enough to spoil the party here at the UCCL Summer 2023 final. That brings to the end the 24th over for Lodi, 16 runs off of it. Very expensive for Ranveer. Zishan able to capitalize on that. They'll be looking at posting a good run rate with the rain looming in. Half volley there, swatted down to the long on boundary there by Arif. The crossover for a single. Gurbash patrolling the boundary there. This time having cut that down to the point boundary. We'll get 2 runs. It's good running between the wickets for Zishan and Arif. That takes Zishan into the 40s. Here's Rana once again, this time deceiving the batsman with a slower delivery. Arif able to get a hold of that though and drive that to the long off boundary for another single as they cross over. This one's hit him in front. Umpire not convinced enough to give him out though. Dealing with a bit of a light drizzle now here in Roseville at the Maidu Park. Hopefully it'll just pass through, not affect the game here. But that brings to the close the 25th over for Lodi. Just 6 runs off it, so Bicky really tightening things up there. Back-to-back overs that had just a score of under 10 for Lodi. So they're 185 for the loss of 5 wickets now. As the drizzle seem to be increasing here, we might be looking at a bit of a spoil to the game. Judge there with a good save at mid-on to restrict the run. Gurpier, the most expensive bowlers for Central Valley so far, comes back into the attack for the 26th over. Appears to be on again, off again, the drizzle here. So the umpires have decided that we will continue. Not really a turf wicket out there, so it shouldn't really affect the play too much. Swing and a miss once again. Raju able to collect and throw it to the bowler. And the umpire's given him run out at the bowler's end. Zishan this time, the danger man. The danger man for Lodi fell to really an unwanted run there. Couldn't really connect with it. Went through to the keeper, who spilled it, but was still able to pick it up once again and give it a good shy to the bowler's end to find Zishan just short of the crease. Short enough for the umpire to give away that run out call. So unfortunate there for Zishan Khan, who was looking pretty good and dangerous at 43 runs, striking at 138. Very unfortunate there, Zishan. But that brings down the 6th wicket for Lodi, with them at 189. And now the new man in, Umar Farooq, to face Gurpier. And he's able to negotiate that last ball comfortably. So that brings us to the end of the 26th over. 4 runs off it and a wicket for Gurpier Singh. Brings us to the end of the 26th over for Lodi. Lodi at 189 for 6. change to the bowling with Dilpreet Billing coming into the attack, and immediately put to the axe by Umar Farooq as he gets off the mark with a boundary to extra deep, extra cover, and a comfortable looking shot. Umar being a little angsty here, trying to get a single, hitting that ball straight into the hands of the fielder. Lucky that the fielder couldn't really collect. Result in a misfield. This time he's hit it high over long on, all the way over the boundary. This one sailing for 6.
बारिश
Living dangerously here, Umar, but
tablet is wet. Your phone is wet.
Umar leaving dangerously, but dividends paying off as he gets back-to-back sixes now against Dilpreet. Piling up on the pressure Dilpreet had to face with Zishan. Umar taking off where Zishan left off. And that last hit for 6 takes Lodi over the 200 run mark. Umar flashing hard there in front of the wicketkeeper. Not really able to connect. And that brings to the end of the 27th over with Lodi at 205 runs for 6. A very expensive 27th over by Dilpreet. Despite the 3 dot balls, Umar really putting the hammer down, scoring 16 runs off that over. This time Arif stepping in, joining the party, hitting Gurpier to a boundary, and now they'll cross over for a single, putting Umar back on strike. And Umar is looking deadly, having scoring at a strike rate of 242.8. This time he'll knock it down to square leg region to cross over for a single.
One day I'm gonna get them to put the big one.
This is a big flash, but they'll find Umar will find the fielder down at the boundary, so they'll only get across for one. Bunty Rana now into the attack. So Dilpreet getting just that one over. This time Bunty finding the breakthrough, getting the top edge of Muhammad Arif, and the short third man fielder will catch that, hold on to that one. So there's the 7th wicket now for Lodi. Muhammad Arif striking at 100, 17 runs in 17 balls, having scored just a couple of boundaries. Has to depart to the bowling of Bunty this time. HP once again contributing with the catch. Muhammad Arif will not be too upset with the contribution he's made to this score here. With Lodi sitting at 218 for 7, going into the last couple of overs. With 3 wickets in hand, they'll be looking to Umar Farooq to step on the gas now. See them through to to a healthy total at the end of that 30. And a wide ball there for Bunty, as he looks to have Ranveer move over to the covers. Slight change of the strategy as Karan Singh's the new man in. He's able to hit that down to the mid-wicket boundary, and that's good running by Lodi. Karan Singh calling for the second run. And they're able to get there comfortably. Really good running by the two batsmen here. Here's Bunty once again. A full toss this time. And that's a really poor piece of fielding at the deep extra cover boundary. What could have been a catch there was allowed to drop short and bounce over the ropes right past the fielder to the boundary. It's poor quality fielding by Central Valley. There's never a boundary there, and Karan Singh this time going on the offense. He hits it high and he's hit it over the offside boundary. Oh, this time it takes a bounce and goes on for 4. The top edge bringing dividends for Karan Singh. Lodi wouldn't be unhappy with the risks that Karan's assuming now, given the 8 runs he's made in the last couple of balls. This time once again Karan with a big heave over extra cover, and this one's gone all the way for 6. Karan Singh, 14 runs in the last 3 balls for Karan Singh, as he beefs up the total well over the estimated 230 that Lodi was looking at. So Lodi will be really impressed with their batters, especially the middle order, was able to contribute well to add to this total. And they're sitting really good now at the end of the 29th over. Really expensive 29th over with 18 runs given away by Bunty Rana. Lodi is 235 for 7. That's glanced down to the deep square leg boundary, and the misfield in the deep enables Umar Farouk to cross over for a couple of runs. And looks like Central Valley has entrusted Gurpiar to see out the final over. Despite that expensive penultimate over, and this time that ball's crashing into the middle stump. Umar Farouk has to depart, and Gurpiar with the breakthrough in the last over. Fast and straight, Gurpiar to knock over the stumps. A big contribution by Umar Farouk, scoring at a strike rate of 190. 21 runs in 11 balls with 2 sixes and a 4. Umar really assumed the risk well to cross over between the wickets. And he'll be really happy with where his team is sitting right now in terms of the total score. Really good contribution by Umar Farouk, despite having been bowled out. He would have loved to see his team through to the 30 overs. Now the new man in, Asan Khan, he skies that, hits it straight down past the bowler, as long off settles underneath it and takes a comfortable catch. First ball duck for Asan Singh. With an unlikely sight, this game we didn't see this would happen, but Gurpiar Singh is on a hat-trick now. Great scenes here at the UCCL Summer 2023 final. And Lodi down to their last man with Gurpiar Singh on a hat-trick in the last over with 3 balls to go. Lodi would have really felt like they could get a 250 runs here in that last over, the way the previous over went with Umar Farouk and Karan Singh really taking charge. It's not to be though with Gurpiar Singh coming to clean this up for his team and restrict the Lodi Cricket Club for as low as they could before they had to come and chase it down themselves. So here's the last man coming on, Mujahid Khan, assuming strike for the last 3 balls of this over. But most importantly, he'll have to face the hat-trick ball for Gurpiar, who'll be excited to get this one. A hat-trick in the final game. It's not to be though, as Mujahid's able to knock that down to long on to cross over for a single. 2 more balls to go, and it's the danger man Karan Singh on strike. Gurpiar running in this time. Karan flashes hard at it. They'll be looking for 2 runs as they hit it deep. Fielder cuts it off and they're able to make it across. Good running between Mujahid and Karan Singh as they get 2 runs with 1 more ball to go in the innings. Knowing Karan Singh, he'll be looking to go big. Flashes hard. It's a good ball. Yorker length. Hit it down to long off. Bunty Rana cuts it off at the boundary. The The throw goes wide and they're able to come back for 3 runs. Lodi, a good finish as they get 3 runs in the last delivery. Good running between the wickets between these two, Karan Singh and Mujahid Khan. As that brings to the end the Lodi Cricket Club's innings, the first innings, as they're able to post up a big score, massive score, considering the conditions that we had to start with, the light drizzle that we had halfway through, and the bit of a scare they had at that last over. They're able to finish with at 241. Lodi Cricket Club, as Mujahid Khan gets run out at the end there. A good display of batting by Lodi Cricket Club as they faced their 30 overs. Tosif Ahmed getting 25 runs off 32. Usman Ghani really took Lodi off to a good start with a rock of an innings, scoring 42 in 22 runs at a strike rate of 191, 5 fours and 3 sixes in his innings. Sohail Mohammed was able to hang around for a bit. Unfortunately, had to fall for 11 runs there. Akhtar Zaman really came in and started hitting the balls all around, scoring his 29 runs, 2 sixes included in that as he struck at 132. Ali Raza stuck around for a bit. He looked really stable and comfortable before he got stumped. Good delivery by Ranveer and Raju, who didn't look very comfortable behind the stumps. Cleaned it up, taking Ali Raza off for 17 runs. And then Zishan Khan, what an impressive show by him. And he was unfortunate to get run out with a run that wasn't really there. I felt like he deserved a half century. But he had to fall short, being the highest scorer though, at 43 runs in 31 balls. He scored 4 boundaries and 2 sixes for his 43, striking at 139. Then Mohammad Arif, who did look good, fell short over 20 runs, falling at 17. Umar Farouk really cleaned up the back end there, taking the bowlers to the axe for Lodi Cricket Club, beefed up that score, striking at 191. He got 21 runs, having just faced 11 balls, 2 sixes and a 4 there. Karan Singh in the end, 1 over he faced 18 runs he got off of it. Got a single in the last over, 2 fours and a 6 for Karan Singh, and an impressive strike rate of 317 to get to his 19 runs. Hasan Khan excited the game a little bit, falling for first ball duck, giving Gupier on a hat-trick. Wasn't to be though, as Mujahid was able to negotiate that hat-trick ball and cross over for a single, ending the Lodi innings at 241 at the end of their 30 overs. There you have the bowling stats on your screen now. A fairly decent bowling effort by Central Valley. They did get taken to the axe a little bit in the middle overs. Bunty Rana ending his 3 overs quite expensively at an economy rate of 14. He was able to get a wicket though. 7 wides for Bunty Rana. He wouldn't be too impressed with his bowling performance today. Gurpreet Singh looked pretty good at the end there, the last over. 5 overs, 37 runs and 2 wickets for him. Dilpreet was another expensive one, conceding 56 for 5 overs. Biki Rana, 6 overs, 29 runs for a wicket. Gurbash, once again, Gurbash looked the the tightest, the most economical for the team. Probably the pick of the bowlers, 6 overs as he bowled, just conceding 20 runs, and he was able to get a wicket. Ranveer was able to come in their middle overs there and really do some damage, picking up the 2 wickets. But Gurbash definitely the pick of the bowlers for Central Valley. 242 to get for Central Valley as they look to chase down the total for the UCCL Summer 2023 title. We're going to take a bit of a break here, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the second innings after lunch. And Lodi, Central Valley, looking to score 242 runs in 30 overs when we come back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's all ready for the second innings of the United California Cricket League Summer 2023 final. If you're just joining us, it's the Lodi Cricket Club taking on Central Valley United Cricket Association for the final here, and Lodi Cricket Club won the toss, selected to bat first. They posted up a decent total of leaving Central Valley with a target of 242 in 30 overs. They need to be striking at a run rate of 8.07 if they are to achieve this. Facing up, taking guard is HP. Comfortably off the mark, HP Singh. As Hassan Khan opens up the bowling. A quick single through as we start in this power play for HP Singh. And that brings Dilpreet Billing on strike for the second ball. The weather seems to have let up a little bit. The sun shone through for a little while earlier, so the drizzle hopefully stays away, doesn't spoil this game. Given that the weather lets up, hopefully we have a good game on the cards here in Roseville at the Maidu Park. A good climbing delivery at the length by Hassan Khan as it springs up on Dilpreet. And all Dilpreet could do about that one was watch it go through to the keeper standing behind. Hit him right in front there, and umpire calls that going down the leg side. Hassan Khan getting a little animated there. He was definitely not happy with that decision by the umpire. But he's only just starting. It's only been the third ball. He's got a lot more questions to ask of this umpire, so he'd know to be a bit more respectful towards the umpire. Tone down the animosity a little bit. This time Dilpreet able to negotiate that and get off the mark. The crossover for a single. And Dilpreet will hope that he'll have fewer scares to deal with as his team takes on this mammoth target of 242 to get in 30 overs. This time HP unable to make a good connection with that. So Hassan Khan's he's got a good start here for this second innings. Central Valley will definitely have their work cut out to get this 242. But both HP and Dilpreet would know with their experience not to get too ahead of themselves. They'll want to settle in for the first 5 or 6 overs, see out the power play. This time's chipped up over the 30 yards, overshot mid on, and it'll run all the way down to the long on boundary as HP Singh stretches his arms a little and gets a boundary. Good way to win the over, the first over, just 6 runs off it. Central Valley, 6 for no loss. Assuming the duties of the second over now is Mujahid Khan, who was able to see the end of their innings for Lodi. Or a good delivery on a length to start. Mujahid Khan took Dilpreet by surprise. Well negotiated in the end by Dilpreet. He'll want to see off the first couple of deliveries like that, given the conditions. Not too much light over them before he can start stretching up his arms, going for it. Wide and full this time, through to the keeper. This time Dilpreet finding it on, picking it up early. That one hit wide, pitched full and wide. Dilpreet able to pick it up, stretch his arms, and drive that uppishly but safe down to the deep extra cover boundary for 4. Beg your pardon, that one bounced just outside the circle, so he'll get 6 runs for that previous one. And this time driven that down to the long on boundary. They'll get back for 2 runs. Sam, a much better delivery, pitched up on a length. Dilpreet will just negotiate that down to a single. He'll be happy to keep rotating the strike, adding on to the scoreboard as Central Valley in their second over scored 13 runs. So they're not looking too bad run rate wise. Dilpreet doing the bulk of the scoring so far, having scored 11. Beg your pardon, having scored 8 runs of the 9 balls he's faced. Mujahid to continue. Beg your pardon, Hasan Khan. Dilpreet crossing over for a single. The last one putting HP Singh on strike. Here's Hasan Khan with the speedy delivery, fire on that one. HP Singh looking for a big shot, but could only watch that sail through to the keeper. Wicket keeper for Lodi with a good take there. That was travelling. Hasan Khan running in once again. Pitches that up a little bit. HP Singh able to get his bat on it. Slightly uppish, but falls short of the fielder patrolling that long on boundary. So they're able to get across for a single. Zishan Khan, you're looking at on your screen, patrolling the extra cover boundary now. They'll want to pull him up closer into the circle, given the field restrictions. He was the top scorer for Lodi as they got 241. Hasan Khan running in once again. Bowled at a length. This one, it'll edge off Dilpreet's bat, run down to the third man boundary. They'll cross over for a single with that fielder out there on the boundary. Central Valley won't be too upset with the way they've started things. The batsmen are looking set this time. HP Singh with a flash at a ball just outside the off stump. Goes high in the air, but there's no fielder in that area, so they'll cross over and come back for a second. HP Singh would have had a bit of a fright there, but field restrictions having to do with the power play ensured that he still gets to stay on for this Central Valley inning. Here's Hassan once again running in. Fires in, this time it's straight and full. Gets to him at a Yorker length. And that'll pitch right through to the keeper as that brings to the end of the third over. Just 5 runs off. It's a good over by Hassan Khan as Central Valley sit on 18 for the loss of none at the end of 3 overs. Mujahid now to continue with his second over. Running in, he bangs it on the deck. Gets to Dilpreet at a length. Dilpreet able to punch it down to the cover boundary and the crossover for a single. The boundary man patrolling there, cutting it off. Mujahid once again running in. Bangs that in a little fuller this time. HB Singh not able to get a hold of it as he hits it right through to the fielder at square leg. And if you're just joining us, this is this time pitched up by Mujahid, almost getting the batsman on the head for a big no ball there. Umpire calls one for the over. And the batsman crossed over for that free hit, so the field can change slightly. But Dilpreet now has a good opportunity to free his arms a little bit. Off that by run. There's the batsman crossed over. Here's Mujahid running in. Dilpreet this time swinging hard, swinging high, and Zishan puts it down on the boundary. Gives life for Dilpreet. The first real opportunity presented to Lodi gets put down. That was a big opportunity. Dilpreet setting it up for what could have been a good catch had Zishan held on to it. Is Mujahid running in once again. HP Singh this time frees his arms, punches that ball all the way down to the long off boundary for a welcome 4 runs. HP and Dilpreet really negotiating well here, respecting the good balls and really punishing the bad balls. And that was one of them. Pitched up short. And HP Singh doing well to punch that through the boundary. Here's Mujahid running in once again. This time a lot fuller, but HP Singh frees his arms, hits it high in the air. Two fielders sitting under it, and a good catch in the end to dismiss HP Singh. That one hung in the air high for a while with the cloud cover seemingly making it easy to spot the ball. Two fielders almost running into each other, but I believe Hassan Khan was the fielder who was able to hold on to that and claim the first scalp of Central Valley. HP Singh having to leave at just 12 runs. My apologies, that was Umar Farouk that was able to claim that catch. It was a good catch too, running back uh, slightly from where he was at mid-on to cross over and hold on to it. Good catch by Umar Farouk to get rid of HP Singh, who just made 12 balls, but was starting to look as Hassan Khan comes back into the attack and will bowl at Dilpreet, billing for his second over. Definitely something going on here in the ground. It looks as if a couple of soccer goalposts are being brought onto the field. So the game's either going to be delayed or abandoned. Well, folks, a bit of a confusion here at the field at Maidu Park. As the cricket game gets a bit of a break uh, at the end of the fourth over for Central Valley. Looks like we're going to take a small break of an hour while the soccer game gets underway, and then we can get right back into it to the final here of the UCCL in 1 hour's time. So we hope to see you back at approximately 2 p.m. Pacific time to continue the run chase by Central Valley as they chase down the total of Lodi. They chase down 242 to win the championship to the UCCL Summer League 2023. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. So as we break for the soccer game here, there's the summary of the game for you. Lodi Cricket Club, they won the toss and elected to bat first amidst overcast conditions. Batted the full 30 overs, scored 241 runs. Usman Ghani, um, Zishan Khan, and Akhtar Zaman, the pick of the batsmen for Lodi, that helped bring up that total. Zishan Khan top scoring with 43, and Usman Ghani not too far behind at 42. Akhtar Zaman with a good contribution of 29 in the middle. And Ranveer Judge, the top bowler for Central Valley, picking up 2 for 29. And Gurpreet Singh really cleaning the tail up in the end. He got 2 for 37. But Gurbaksh Khaira was definitely the pick of the bowlers. So for Central Valley to restrict the total to what it is, really tightening things up when he was on. Conceding just 20 runs off his 6 overs. Managed to pick up a wicket as well. And then coming into the chase, getting past just 4 overs before we had to break here, Central Valley was able to score 25 runs for the loss of a wicket. Lodi is being really disciplined about the bowling, just giving away 1 extra compared to the 16 extras given away by Central Valley. And at 25 for 1 at the end of 4 overs, HP Singh had to depart for 12, but Dilpreet Billing and Gurpreet Singh are still on strike and going strong. Mujahid Khan with the 1 wicket for Lodi so far. As we look to come back in about an hour's time for the play to continue.